3,
Oh, yay!
3,
Wait,
2.
Aaron's making girl dinner!
Do we have to wait for Aaron?
It's cool. No, you don't have to wait. Just
Okay.
start and then
Three.
go do stuff.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Dungeons and Destinies. Before we continue, I'd like to ask all of my players to say hi.
Hi!
Howdy.
Hello!
Morning.
Alright, so I have a couple disclaimers before we begin. Firstly, we are still trying to settle into our new places. A few of us are still visiting places, so if we sound like poopy, if we sound bad, that's probably why. Next, all the music and ambience you're going to hear in tonight's episode was made by the wonderful Michael Gelfi. Check him out on YouTube and Spotify, along with his partner Philip Melvin. That's Michaelghelefi. Check them out. They're great composers and fantastic and do epic stuff. I mean, like, even the music you're hearing right now, Michael Gelfi, pretty fantastic. Next, all the character art you see on screen is made by the wonderful Alice, the player for Magnus. Chances are you're checking this out from either of her channels, either Twitch or YouTube, so make sure to give those a follow because she's hilarious and really good at what she does. Also, all the maps and tables you see on screen are made by me, using free assets such as FA Mapmaking. FA Mapmaking stands for Forgotten Adventures Mapmaking. They're great, and they have a ton of free assets for making tabletop roleplay maps, so check them out, and make your own roleplay maps if you want to do it online with friends. They also have, like, little bonuses that you can buy from them, so I suggest buying packets from them, and using those because they deserve it a ton. Lastly, we have a TikTok. Check out Dungeon and Destinies. That's DungeonandDestinies, and give us a follow because Jester, the TikTok manager, I guess, is really good at what they do too.
Thank you, Jester.
Thank you, Jester. Now, would anyone else like to say something before we begin?
No.
All right.
Zoe almost shared her social security number.
I did not! It wasn't even close!
If we get 10 followers, I'll leak my credit card info.
Oh, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
Don't even joke.
Don't fucking say that.
Don't even joke.
If we get 1 million followers, I'll say my social security number for real.
Oh my god.
And my mom's maiden name.
And the town where I grew up.
Sounds like a radio. You
You
call in right. Caller number 9 will learn my social security number. That's no. Caller. All right. So, welcome back to the mother-filled world of Aracretia. Last we left off, our players had journeyed their last leg of their journey on the ship the Whipsnap with Captain Arakiba, formerly Captain Arakiba, now deceased, being piloted strictly by Minoff Courtsnake. There was a brief storm that blew in, and throughout it, the party managed to get away alive, but losing the main mast and sail. So it took them a bit longer to sail to Solili than they had wished originally. Within that storm, one of them having a lightning bolt striking the ship, taking down the mast. The party managed to grab a sort of magical item out of the wood that was struck by lightning. Moving past that, most of the sailing after the initial storm and end of the storm was rather smooth, and they docked in Solili, entering this kind of light-filled city from these glowing orbs in the sky held up by small, or large rather, paper bags during the night. Docking, they were basically heckled into trying to help them offload their stuff. Luckily, they knew not to deal with that and moved all their stuff themselves, and they were told by King Oslo, their almost patron of the party, that he was going to go spend the next couple nights with the speaker of the table for Solili. The table being the democratic, quote-unquote, ring that kind of owns the stakedom of Solili. The party then moved their way through Blackreach, the southern portion of Nawadu, the capital city of Solili, after meeting a rather interesting guard whose name was something that I don't remember. What was his name? You guys know?
His name
Started with
was
Oh.
Sherwin. Sherwin.
Sherwin. Yes, Sherwin. Sherwin guided them through the city during a new festival that they hadn't heard of. Well, most of them, except for Bo, of course, native to Solili. The Glass Blowers Festival, where once a year, for about 3 days, glass blowers from all over the Empire, and maybe even all over the world, gather in Nawadu to contest and show who is best. And it gets rather violent and rather intense. And the party learned that firsthand when they were basically beat to shit from walking through the festival, until they got to their inn that is currently being paid for them, the Wizard's Foxfire Inn. There they sat down and had a nice meal with Sherwin, kind of discussing what they were going to do the next day and maybe looking to shop around a bit before they turned in for the night. And Daenerys in specific, as she entered her room, she felt the heat of the day catching up to her, and in the end, she ended up recognizing and meeting a figure in her room being her mother, Aether Dorathi. And that is where we left off. So, give me just a moment. All right. Daenerys, you stand in the doorway to your room with the simple bed kind of cast off in the corner, the wardrobes and nice soft sheets kind of strewn about, the curtains to the... No, not curtains. The hatch or doors to the 2 windows in this room closed and latched. And in front of you, the figure that you recognize from the feather pattern that you haven't seen in about 10 years, your mother, stands in front of you. Daenerys? Is that really you?
Mother, what are you doing?
Well, I heard of... I heard that you were here in Solili, and never mind. Let me start over. It's been a while. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite all right. I'm here with my party. How long's it been since we've even seen each other? I can't seem to recall.
I can count maybe 9 years.
You left long ago.
She kind of casts her gaze, the light catching her face now, and you can see, as you look at her, she looks much older from the last time you saw her. Her feathers are starting to kind of lose their color, and her beak seems a little bit more broken and cracked. The overall look in her eye isn't proud. It's ashamed.
What have you done all this time away from the Isles? You never wrote us, as far as I know.
Well, I'm... Excuse me. I have been, put it bluntly, searching for a way to bring your father back.
Bring him back.
Yes, I know. It's not. I can't say much more than that.
But I'm your daughter. I should have the right to know.
She kind of like taps talons, rapping on the stone floor. When your father, when news of the fact that he never returned on time hit, we were all devastated.
Indeed.
I believed that with my druidic powers, I would be more than capable of finding him, locating him. And oh, Daenerys, I'm so sorry.
And Daenerys kind of approaches her and holds her arms out for a hug.
Your mother steps forward and wraps her arms and wings around you very tightly.
So you're actually here.
Yes, 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 I'm here. Finally here.
Some tears start to fall down Daenerys' beak, and says, "It's been so long. I've been away from my family for months now. It feels. I don't even know what's happening in the kingdom. It's so alone.
I must confess I know less, if not as much as you. How's your brother? Is he all right?
My brother as well. He's
And get
ruling our house. The gal's alive and well, as far as I know. We've been talking back and forth about investigations in the mainland and reconnecting with Spectre Isle.
Spectre Isle.
And yes, that's where Father went, if you didn't know.
She kind of like breaks the hug and steps back, and you see that her eyes go from this excited but devastated shame on her part to interest. You didn't happen to meet Fusion, did you?
Yes, I met him, but he's not just a figment of the Elder's imaginations, he's a real person.
Yes, very real. Very intriguing. Did he manage to give you a journal, your father's journal?
Yes, and like Daenerys' demeanor changes and she's shuffling through all of her notes. She's like dropping some on the floor and then she pulls out the journal.
Have
This
you,
is
yes, that's Mince's. She kind of like gestures for you to give it to her, like kind of holds out her hand.
Daenerys is kind of hesitant, but she turns it over to her mother.
She opens it and flips through a couple pages. Yes, that's his handwriting. Have you managed to crack the cipher?
I haven't managed much. I have done a little bit of the letters, but been quite busy on the road, to be honest.
Of course. She kind of like snaps it shut as it, and she hands it back. It's possible that that journal may have his actual whereabouts. I've managed to track him. I've managed to track his remains to somewhere within the Empire. Locating the deceased isn't easy.
No. I always forget we never had a proper funeral for him. I always felt so real.
I don't really. Pardon me. Tell me about your friends. I got word that you had landed here, with a group of others.
Yes, they
Quite
coined
exceptional, I've heard.
themselves. They coined themselves the Band of the Wildstorm. There's Rude, the Blue Elf. She's our healer, and she's saved our lives many a times. And there's Bo. He's deemed my protector as he refuses to take any other title. We have Lothric, our warrior of lightning. Still trying to figure that one out, to be honest. We have, and Daenerys very much hesitates at saying this. We have Magnus. He's one of our, just another member of us. But if you saw him, you'd probably recognize his house.
Well, I don't know about that. I haven't really been on the surface much in my time away. Tell me, how are the Isles holding up? Are they okay? You mentioned an investigation earlier, but I'm not quite sure what you meant.
Oh, yes, the islands are fine. From what I know, Kukrik and the others are safe, and they're still up in the air.
Oh, good. Good, that's good.
But yeah, we started to recognize some unlawful things that happen in the mainlands, and I reported it to the higher ups, and we've been working on an investigation together. It's been quite a process, but
You're
my
not hurt,
party
are you?
doesn't know much about it. No.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Daenerys, the truth is, why don't you go ahead and roll an insight?
Do you have my sheet holder?
Yes, I can do that right now.
What's my modifier?
Your modifier for insight is a +5.
Then I got the 15.
Okay. You can tell your mother is holding something. She doesn't want to say something. You've spent enough time with her to know when she tries to hold something from your knowledge. And you're smart enough, then and now, to know about it. The truth is, Daenerys, I need your help.
Okay.
And I
Is
know-
everything alright?
Yes. Well, I know that I have no right asking you for anything because I've been going away, but I think I'm getting very close now to bringing this back. And I know that your Band of the Wild Storm, as you called them, are rather spectacular. I've heard many
Indeed.
stories.
So, I need to pick your brain, Mother. It seems you're not telling me the whole truth. What exactly are you getting at here?
I can't tell you everything for right now, but I assure you there will be no danger to you or the van of the wilds.
Is that danger to our house, to our people?
I don't know. All I know is that I'm very close to theirs. We could finally be a family again.
Yes. How do you plan to bring Father back, though?
Like I said, I can't tell you everything right away.
Okay.
I just, if possible, there would be a lot of benefits if I could travel with you and your group for the next week or so.
Just for the week?
It might be more than that. I'm not really sure. I'm still waiting on some things. But I can be very useful, and even if I'm not, I can do a lot of things to help.
So we are planning to go to the Akala, if you know what that is. I'm sure.
afraid I'm not aware of what that is.
So it's kind of like a meeting of all sorts of royalty across the land, across the empire. I'm supposed to be representing the floating isles there. With you here, you have far more authority. I would like to ask you to join us to the Akala. You can.
Her face kind of like sets a little bit. I could do that. I could do that.
I actually have a sending stone with the virus. We could get in contact with him. I can let him know that I know your whereabouts, and
No,
we can
please,
correspond
please.
with.
Damaris, please don't. I can't have more people know where I am.
Are you danger?
Magic is a very fickle thing, as you know, and I've made a lot of enemies. I won't lie to you about that.
Enemies.
A lot has happened.
It is 9 years. Quite some time. Really enemies.
But enough of that. Why are you here in the first place? I mean,
Apparently, one of our party members is from around here or something. I don't know. It seems likely that our party member is going to leave, and well, they want to reconnect with their family, and you of all people would understand that.
yes, I would. Is there a reason he's leaving?
Well, Mr. Vikindle's relationship with his daughter.
Oh,
See, they've been separated for a long time. I don't even know if she knows who he is.
well, that's a noble reason as any, I suppose.
Of course.
I meant more. Why are you here in the Empire? Last time I checked,
Well,
Arathia is still fairly closed off.
correct. You'd be right there. Well, I found some of Father's work and told of things we didn't understand about about magic and the elements, and well, the High Wings. They told me that I should explore that. Well, they advised against it at first, but I insisted. Boris and there were others sent me off to go explore what Father was trying to find, and to be honest, I still don't quite know. I know there's some magical things that were lost to time, but I'm still kind of in the dark, to be honest.
Well, if anyone can piece back Mince's work, I think it's you.
Well, with you here now, we can work together. We can figure it out easy. I mean, you've been tracking him for so long, and Tines gets kind of excited, and she pulls out the scroll.
What is that?
This is the piece that they sent me here to investigate in the mainlands.
Oh, well, I don't know how much use I'll be, but I can certainly take a look.
Yes, I know there's more writing to this. This is just one piece of it, but at least looking at it would be beneficial.
I don't know. I have the full scroll. I don't have your portion.
I have it in a file on my computer.
Okay. So she begins to look it over, and you watch as her hawk eyebrows begin to furrow. Where did you find this?
It was in our library. It was just in the classified sections. I mean, I know I'm not supposed to go up there, but you get tired of what's on the main shelves.
Yes, I believe we've all done it. Just don't let the librarian know.
Even if he did know, we get along, so.
This is revealing. I seem to feel some sort of elven enchantment. I know that much. It's old. I can also
Yes.
say that.
Much of what I've found in my investigation has led me to some old form of Eric Cochran, some lost houses, some texts in Sylvan. It's all over the place, to be honest.
That's fascinating. I
Yeah.
would love to go over everything that you have. As she kind of continues reading, this child seems to be rather paramount. Do you have any lead or idea what this is?
I mean, we have all sorts of speculation across our party about who the child is and well, what their significance is. I would like to discuss that with the bigger party if we're gonna delve into that.
Of course. It's just rather strange. She begins to read the final line. To those of darkness, the child gives blackness. Those of virtue, the child gives to all. For those of hatred, the child gives revenge. For those of weakness, the child gives power. But it always comes with a price. Sounds rather powerful.
Just what an intriguing text. I mean, one piece of text brings me all the way across the continent, you know?
Yes, I can only imagine what the other half holds.
I think there's more that my party would know. There's lots of this kind of cryptid stuff that I've come across.
And it sounds like you've entered a grand adventure.
Indeed. But not like most people enough from Arathia.
No, they tend to stay with their own adventures between the pit.
Yes. As much as I love Gale and Varus, they live in their own world.
Listen, I can only assume that you've had a rather rough time getting here. So perhaps it's better if you got some sleep. She kind of like begins to check her satchel that she's wearing across her shoulder. She pulls out a couple gold coins and she says, do you need anything?
I don't need to take your money, but I could use your company. I wouldn't mind just having you around and for a little while.
She kind of smiles a little bit. Of course. And while that's happening... Ah!
I have so many notes from this one conversation. The amount of distrust.
Talk to her.
Nobody wants to talk to Mama Gerathian.
My mom.
Restroom. You guys keep doing what you're doing.
I don't want to talk to Mama Gerathian.
Hi, Mama Gerathian. That scroll that you think is super important. Hi, my mom wrote that. Also, I'm 35,000 years old. How are you? That's gonna be a normal fucking conversation to have.
Fucking, her family doesn't like Fire Genasi. What do you think I'm gonna do?
Your daughter multiple times.
She's gonna notice. She's gonna know you're from the House of Odamadius.
I'm gonna be like, she's gonna be like, you're Odamadius, and I'm gonna be like, no, not anymore.
I didn't want to reveal.
No!
Fuck!
I didn't want to reveal everything. I thought it'd be fun to be like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
We're better like.
I don't trust.
This doesn't feel good.
Okay. How do you feel about this?
Hooray for mom not being dead.
I mean,
That
her,
makes-
yeah. Hooray for mom not being dead. However, I feel like she's gonna fucking throw us
makes
to the
one of us.
wolves. One more of the storm that's not an orphan.
Great.
Great.
What am I gonna do? Thanks, Snares. You're kicked out of the club. You're no longer allowed.
Not orphan, get out.
Get the
God.
fuck out. Fuck.
Christ on a
Okay.
bike. Okay.
Please keep all of that in.
While that's happening, Austin, Lothric.
Whoa.
I started going down the list, and then I got to Lothric, and I was like, wait, I already said Lothric. No, I said Austin.
You said Austin, buddy.
Didn't know we were on
Lothric,
a first name basis.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you and God.
It's just like.
Leaking my classified intel, are you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 'cause the whole stream doesn't already know all of our first names at this point.
My name's Cole.
Okay. Okay.
Lothric,
Anyways.
Bo, Rue, and Magnus. You all are each assigned to your own rooms, specifically and only so that you don't cause a lasting impression on the public's identity of you. They're all pretty identical, although you don't know that. Single bed, lavish sheets, 2 windows, dresser, and a washroom. What are all of you doing before you go to sleep?
Have I stolen anything from these kinds of hotels before?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, like,
Magnus is stealing the
little
soaps.
soaps.
Magnus is stealing the soaps.
You've definitely taken like a couple of sheets or something. Like,
Yeah, probably. I sit on my bed, I take off my hat, and I put it just like rim up on the
okay.
on like a table, and I just feel like the silken sheets, and I'm just like,
But why don't you
that
roll
feels
a perception
weird.
check for me?
Oh, well, all right.
Oh.
alrighty then.
Just channel the spirit
alrighty
of
then.
Jim Carrey. Jesus Christ.
Just fucking like, yeah.
Oh, I don't.
I got 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
you got a
4, 5,
12.
6, 7
Oh,
pairs
you
of
not have your
notes from
dice
that
yet?
conversation. Oh no.
No, I do. I just haven't gotten them out yet.
Oh, okay.
Fucking loser.
I thought this was going to be a very heavy role-playing episode, so I was just like, I'll get them out when I need them.
Your hat, the gem,
Catches on fire.
you see that the black kind of swirlingness of this gem begins to recede a little.
I notice it, like, outright. I know that, like...
Outright, you notice, with the 12, that it's beginning to recede.
I, like... It's on the ribbon that Magnus put on there. I guess I'll, like... I'll pinch, like, the ribbon and, like move it around, like, trying to see what it... Like, does it do anything? Like, does it, look more dark on one side and more red? Is that what it... Like, black and red?
Check, or another perception check if you want to. Or investigation,
Okay.
I guess.
Can I get advantage because it's a face shard?
Yes, you can. It is a face shard,
Hey.
so...
Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't give you advantage on the first one. I kind of forgot that you have that. I forget every time.
It's okay. That's why I ask you this question almost every time I roll a perception check, Cole. Okay, so... Arcana, Intelligence, or another Perception, right?
Yep.
All of those I have a +1 in. Fuck, okay. 19 then.
19. What was that in?
That would be 19 in probably investigation, knowing him.
Okay. Kind of flipping the gem over in your hands as it's like literally like stuck to the ribbon. You don't really know what's happening, but you can tell that all across the gem, the black is receded a little. Like, it's not as dark. It's a bit more... It looks a bit closer to the original color of the gem you had.
Huh. In that case, I get up then. I stand up.
Okay.
And I, like, walk around the room to see, like, which area, like, it, like how it looks, like, in each area of the room and seeing if anything changes, like...
It doesn't change.
Doesn't change at all?
No.
I do the same with the hall, and I just walk up and down the hallway. Does anything change about that?
There's no change in the gem.
Okay. God, this... I will knock on Magnus's door.
Okay. Agnes, you hear her brisk.
Yeah? Who is it?
It's me. I need you to look at something.
Okay. I'm gonna open the door. Magnus is in, like, his blouse is off, he's in his undershirt and his, like, trousers and everything. He's got his bedroll laid out on the floor. What?
You're sleeping on the floor?
Don't ask. What do you want?
Okay. He holds up his hat. The gem changed.
What?
The
Let me
face
see.
shard.
Let me see.
I hand him the hat.
Look it over. Do I notice anything?
Roll a history check for me.
You fuck me, I throw you away. Okay.
What?
Sorry, threatening my die.
She's talking to her dice.
That's
That's how she gets good rolls.
how I get good rolls. History.
Maybe that's
With
what I
a-
should do.
Dice Taskmaster.
Do I have advantage at all since I was the one to like put the thing on the hat?
You weren't.
I was the one to tie the hat to the thing.
Yeah, there
You
were.
tied the ribbon around, but the gem was already on the hat when that happened, and then it's grafted to the ribbon.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that did happen, yeah.
I'm so fucking bad at math. 22.
For the brief amount of times you've seen it, yeah, it looks a little bit more colorful, like it was when you originally saw it.
I mean,
I know I haven't used this thing that much, but it's
mean-
because it's so foreign and I don't understand it.
I don't even really know what this is. I know it's a shard of something. It could be.
Wait, I thought we... Sorry, DM, did we confirm that it... or in character confirm that it was a shard of the Feywild?
Originally, yes, and then it changed.
It's not a shard of the Feywild anymore.
Ah.
I
It turned
mean,
into a shard
you
of
know that
something.
it's a shard of the Feywild, and then it changed colors, and then you had a weird ability.
Yeah.
I know it's a shard of something. It could be, since we're not around as many of the monsters that we were fighting in Lineral, fucking Livlicar. Could be that. Could also not be that. Could also be the fact that you haven't been using it in a while. I don't know. Have you used it recently, or?
Not recently. I got a really bad headache when I did.
I mean, it could be the fact that you haven't used it. I don't know. Can I make like an Arcana check or something on it?
Yeah, you can.
Do I get advantage?
Do you have, like, an identify spell or anything?
Let me see. I do. I'll just
What?
cast Identify on it.
Okay. Identify, you can roll with advantage.
With Identify on it?
With identify.
Okay. Natural 20, baby.
Fuck yeah.
And it was a Arcana check, so 23.
Arcana check. 23. So, when you cast Identify, you begin to see the runes that connect it to the and these runes do tell you it's a shard of the Feywild, but you read a little bit deeper.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really piece it all together, but looking at it and kind of remembering back to your teachings and whatnot, you can tell that it's the enchantment or the magic within this shard has reset, for lack of a better term.
So, it could be the fact that you haven't used it in a while, but the runes look like they've reset from the last time that I've looked at this. It could just be with how you use it, what changes it and everything else, but other than that, I can't really tell you much more. You might try to find a library or something, see if you can find anything on it.
Alright. Thank you.
Yep. Anything else?
How have you been feeling?
I'm fine.
I'm gonna roll an insight check on that.
Fuck you.
Roll deception or persuasion.
Inspiration. I don't. Fuck. Alright. 11.
Magnus is not doing okay.
Oh.
Oh!
I rolled a fucking 2, which turned into a 7, but still. Anything else?
Magnus, what's going on? What's up? If you're rolling a dog, if not, I can. You're more than welcome to shove me out of here quicker than.
No, you're fine. It's a lot of things. Shit, I don't even know where to start. I don't know, honestly. I just am worried about a lot of things and have a lot on my mind at the moment, so.
Like what?
The Akala, the things that are going on in Live Liqueur, the... Shut the fuck up, Cole.
Sorry.
Possibly seeing my siblings again. You leaving? Just have a lot of things on my mind, so.
Oh. No, I don't, but I get what you're trying to say. Like I said, I will still do my best to be in communication with y'all. I know Rue's not happy with me. And I understand why, but
it's not the same thing.
between you and Rue's upset about me leaving, or me trying to stay in contact?
You trying to stay in contact? I know it's kind of shitty for me to say, but contact always ends up falling through. As someone who has had a means of contact with his family for the past 8 years, I haven't really used it as much as I should have. Or I should. And even still, sometimes it just falls through, and you forget. And I damn well know that I am not worth somebody that is worth forgetting. So it just makes me worry.
You think I'm gonna forget you?
No, that's not my main concern. but it's crossed my mind.
Okay. There's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to forget any of y'all. But what is your main concern? Talk to me about what's the thing that's keeping you up at night.
What happens if Laurier doesn't want you in her life? Are you still just
Gonna
gonna
stay
leave?
with you. Oh. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. And it's probably the more than likely outcome. But whenever this is all over, I'll just go make a home with Sybil and tell maybe we can all make a home together. I don't know. But if Larea wants nothing to do with me, then she wants nothing to do with me. And I failed. And I will suffer the consequences of my indirect actions.
If she wants nothing to do with you, you didn't fail. That's her decision. But
I understand, but
I do want you to know that we all care about you in different ways, and with how Rue is reacting to this, you have to give her a break. And you have to remember she did kind of give up her whole village to still
I'm not antagonizing her or being upset with her about that in any way.
I know, but just with how you were with me with
I
the
understand.
Magnus thing and previous and being upset at each other, I think it's, you know.
No, of course. There's regrets there, and there always will be, and I would do better. Bo stands up and... Oh, no, he was already standing. Sorry, I had this image in my head that they were sitting, like, on the bed, like, next to each other. But Bo picks up his hat, puts it back on his head, hugs Magnus for, like, 2 seconds, and then walks out. Okay. Thank you.
Like,
Alright. Magnus, is there anything you would like to do before you go to sleep?
nope, just gonna go lay down on my bedroll.
Okay. Lothric, what are you up to before you head to sleepy time?
Lothric goes and places his pack at the end of the bed, takes off his armor, sets his swords next to the bedside table, and basically kneels down or gets on like both knees in like a meditating posture and closes his eyes and begins to meditate.
Okay. Any goal in mind, or are you just meditating?
Just meditating.
Okay. Rue, what are you?
Before I go into meditation sleepy bye-bye time, I would like to just double check like the doors and make sure that everything is locked and
Everything's locked, including
check
the
the
window.
window. Good. Make sure the window's locked. Do one last little checkaroo of the room. Make sure there's no spooky slave traders in there
Okay.
before going to meditation sleep.
There are no spooky slave traders. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Son of a bitch! No! No! No!
Jesus Christ!
No!
The amount of fear. Is it bad? Shit.
Oh, I forget that I have like a. Do I really have a +5 since when? Thank Christ. Oh no, that's a 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11. You barely managed to tamp down the fear and the encroaching approaching turmoil in the back of your head from what happened. But you managed to clamp it down.
Hooray. Yay. I'm gonna go to meditation by my sleep time.
Okay. If you would like, you may all take a long rest.
So Rue almost had a PTSD-induced
DM,
panic attack. Good job.
I would like to take a free action
I'd like to go into
like
the closet
to
and die.
vomit.
Hello, I would like to vomit as a free action, please.
They need to add that into
I
Baldur's Gate.
want meditation sleepy bye-bye time on a t-shirt.
It's meditation, sleepy bye-bye time.
It's meditation, sleepy, bye-bye time.
Okay, so Rue, you're probably
My hands
the
are
first to awaken, meditating only 4 hours.
Yeah.
What would you like to do in the morning?
In the morning, I would like to get up and like, there's like a little tavern, like seating area, right, where we can
There
go.
is an outside patio where food is served.
Okay, then I'll just, wake up and just kind of get ready for the day, like clean up a little bit, and then I'll go sit down
Okay.
there.
Lothric, you're probably next to wake up, being your soldierly fucking routines.
I'm gonna go ahead and put all my stuff back on, and I'm gonna walk downstairs into
Nope,
the
no
tavern
stairs.
area.
There's no stairs. This
Oh.
is a single room.
No Gotcha. I'll just walk
Stairs,
down the
come on!
I'm begging you, please stop
And-
adding stairs to my room.
hall. Sorry.
How many times have we
yeah.
done that?
All the time. Every single time.
I
Every
almost
time?
did, but I wasn't sure, so I said, "Is there an outdoor seating area?"
I'll go down the hall into the tavern and basically ask the barkeeper, like a general, like about shops and stuff, like antique
Yeah.
places.
So, you go into the main lobby room, talking to the person who gave you your keys. No, he gave Sherwin the keys. Talking to the person that gave Sherwin the keys. They are a. Let me double check a Rooney.
I just hit my ankle against my whiteboard so hard.
This is a what looks to be a rather like old gnome. This is like very like 300 or more years old. It's, what kind of shops are you looking for?
I was just looking to do some light shopping, like antique stores. That nature, nothing too big.
Well, there are a couple of general stores in the general area, although being in Blackreach, it'll be kind of difficult to get to those. So, would you rather I recommend the ones on the northern side of the city?
Yes, please, if you could, so I can
Okay.
write them down.
There's, let's see. No, that changed about 7 years ago. Trap Goods, Kidash's Goods, and I believe the Killendare General Store. And I will post those in the Roll20.
Thank you.
Can I do anything else for you?
That'll be it. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
we'll go sit down.
as you begin to walk away, roll a perception check for me. Oh!
What was that? The face!
What just happened?
I knocked my mug around.
Did it spill?
No, it's empty.
Did it break?
I got a 12 on the perception check.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine. You go and sit down with Rue. Magnus and Bo, you two probably wake up next. Is there anything you guys want to do in the morning?
Head downstairs, order breakfast. Still in like.
Oh, there's no stairs.
Fuck!
There's no stairs.
I'm so sorry. We just went over this.
At least
Sorry.
I said something.
Sorry. In my brain, it's built like Casita from Encanto. So like.
Well,
No.
stop thinking of
Sorry.
better stuff, please.
So, Magnus gonna go out of his room and everything, probably still just like blouseless, just wearing his undershirt and his pants and everything. Gonna go order breakfast, see who else is up, order them breakfast, and then go sit down.
Okay. All right. Okay, Bo, what are you up to?
Bo is getting ready for the day. He's washed himself up. He's made himself a bit more presentable, like including his clothes. He's like washed his clothes as well, and he just has his hat on, has like all his gear ready just for doing stuff, and then does he know which room that Daenerys went into?
Yeah, they were all in like sequential. You
Okay,
could probably guess.
I go up to Daenerys' room and I knock on the door.
Is my mother in here with me?
Let me just. So Daenerys,
I forgot
as you
about her.
hear the knock on your door, you awaken, and your mother is not in the room currently.
Daenerys, instead of like answering the door, like frantically looks around the room to be like, she's like lifting up the bed a little bit. She's looking in the closet and
So,
whatnot, whatever's there.
As you're kind of like checking strange places,
Places
your
birds can
mother
fit.
walks out of the washroom, and she kind of looks at you. She's, good morning. Looking for something to eat?
You were just in there.
Yes, I was. I had to wash myself.
For some reason, I thought last night was a dream.
No.
And who's in there? You alright?
Don't worry about it. I'll be out soon. Daenerys
Alright.
like yells out.
Just wanted to check up on you. Breakfast should be ready in a little bit. You want me to get you some coffee, boy?
Alrighty. No, thanks.
I'll see if they have any tea options. And he just walks off.
Which one was that?
That was Bo.
That's so cute.
That's why we're here. Is him.
He has a funny accent.
Fuck, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah, it's a funny
it's not one
accent.
we hear in Arabia.
I know. Seems like most people have it here. Well, breakfast. We should probably get going. I think I'm going to stay in the room for a little bit longer. I'm feeling a bit under the weather.
That's fine. Can I leave my things here with you then?
Don't see why not.
Perfect. Do you want anything from down there? I can bring something back up.
Back up, Aaron?
No.
There's no stairs.
We can't
This
escape
hotel.
It's a raise of elevation by like 2 centimeters into Daenerys' nose.
No stairs in this hotel.
Yes, there's a slight incline.
There's like a 1 millimeter difference between your floor and the floor that like the eating area is in.
The kitchen, you like stoop down to it.
She kind of, yes, if they have any, meat, I would really appreciate that.
Just anything?
I'm not that picky of an eater.
Yes, I remember. Anyway, I'll go say hi to my friends.
I will be here.
And then she leaves.
Alright. all of you are at the table, yeah?
See.
See.
All right. So once again, you are surrounded by the many tables and chairs. This early in the morning, it's about like 8. It's about 8 a.m. And not a lot of other people are kind of scattered about this early in the morning. The statue of the fox, kind of laden in glass and gold and gems, gleams in the early morning light behind you. And very quickly, your food is brought out. Yes. Oh, okay. And yeah, you are free to do as you wish.
How'd you guys sleep? How'd everyone sleep?
I had almost had a small issue going, but going to sleep, but it was fine.
Oh. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Insight check.
Motherfucker. Fuck you.
I didn't get
I
a
don't get
natural
a fucking
20.
natural. Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. Fuck, I don't remember what. 18?
23.
Damn it!
24.
Okay, fine. She's lying.
Do you want to talk about it?
No. There's nothing to discuss. I was able to sleep just fine. I
Okay.
just had
Okay.
a small moment beforehand. And this entire time, like, Rue is, like, not looking in Bo's direction at all.
Mhm.
Total cold shoulder.
He's got like an eyebrow raised, and he's just like sipping from his coffee mug, like, yeah, hey.
Okay.
She's just gonna eat. She's gonna eat breakfast.
Anyone else? How'd you guys sleep?
I slept quite nicely last night.
Pretty well. They had pretty nice sheets on the bed,
Lothric's
actually.
gonna take a sip of his thermos.
Roll a d20 for me, please.
Yay.
Ooh. Oh, the right, the coffee thing.
Oh, I got an 8. Please be Irish cream.
Please be Irish cream.
No, this is a very strong espresso.
I'm cool with that.
Is it hazelnut or cinnamon this time?
It's stronger than usual. Still black coffee, but it has a zip to it. I feel like I'm gonna
May
be
I?
awake for a while.
A zip?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know why you guys always,
That's a 10.
like, drink from it expecting the same flavor. You know that's not how it works, right?
I'm adventurous.
Yeah,
I want to
but
see
you
if it
never
has
know.
good coffee.
That's fair.
Dear God, how is the coffee?
What'd you roll? Sorry.
10.
Sorry.
I don't know what different coffee tastes like because I don't.
Just
drink
do
coffee.
Yeah,
different
you don't
flavors.
drink coffee. Yeah. I've had a
Um,
blueberry coffee once. I don't know.
That is
All right,
disgusting.
we'll say it's a blueberry coffee.
Why does this taste like berries? I thought you said this had a zip.
That's... Bo, that's not how that works. Just because he gets one
Well, I
flavor
guess,
doesn't mean
like
you're gonna get
Mike
the same.
said, it's gonna
Oh, I
be
figured
different,
like
I
there might be
guess.
like a low residue.
Mm-mm. It's magic. What did you...
It tastes like
Actually,
blueberries.
Magnus, can you pass me one of those cups, please?
Yeah. Hand him over a mug or something.
God, now I have to look up the
And Loftic's gonna go ahead and pour the coffee that like apparently he tasted into the cup and slide it over to Bo.
Didn't we like
Hang on one second.
say that it
I'm pretty
didn't
sure
pour
it-
coffee?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't pour out.
Yeah, cause wasn't it?
We
Yeah.
we
Well,
were
no,
trying to
didn't
give
we
it.
try it with the
we were-
coffee?
We were trying to give it to Beatrix.
By a little chain.
Stop trying to ruin my loophole.
You could you could sip it
I feel like
and like
Did
spit
pour
it out.
coffee into Rue's mouth though. Whenever Rue like physically couldn't drink anything other than alcohol.
Okay,
We-
so you managed to pour a little bit of the coffee out.
Oh.
Sliding that cup over to Bo. Here, try this. It actually might be different, maybe.
It is still the blueberry coffee.
It's still blueberry.
That's what I thought.
It's good. It's just not zippy.
Alright, well, maybe one day you'll get the same flavor as me.
Maybe. I don't know. That thing, it's weird.
I like it.
Where's Daenerys?
Daenerys is sitting with you.
Daenerys is.
Never
We're all
mind.
at the table. We are all at the table.
Daenerys looks at Bo.
Right.
She's like,
Daenerys is right next to the stairs.
Sorry. I'm retconning me asking that.
Tan, did I hear someone in your room?
I was talking with someone, yes.
Who are you talking
Someone was in your room with you.
I didn't
Yes.
realize you would. I think my implications of this are gonna be very wrong.
I don't care. Reach around.
But
If you don't mind us
Like
asking,
this-
who was it?
despite, like, every morning Daenerys seems like she's dying. Like, she drug her out of bed. And this morning she's, like, chipper, and she's like, oh, I mean, you'll have to meet her very soon. It's not what you're thinking, Bo. I uphold
What
myself
are
to
you-
more better standards than a simple cowboy. Sorry.
Next, you're gonna tell me that we're about to
Daenerys!
meet like the queen of. Next, you're gonna tell me we're about to meet the queen of the floating house or something. Okay.
I hope you're not
Yeah.
talking to yourself. That's quite odd.
Isn't that what you do?
Can I do a
Yeah.
medicine check on Daenerys?
It's different with me, Magnus.
No, you talk to yourself all the time, and it's really fucking weird.
That was really good.
Well, I
That
thought
was
you
a
might
good
understand by
inspiration.
now.
Wait, who?
Yay! Alice gets inspiration.
Yeah. Ah,
Oh,
fuck! I already have
dude.
inspiration. Need to use that more.
24.
Jesus.
Daenerys is in perfect health. In fact, maybe even a bit better than you usually check her out.
Oh. Okay. Great. Good to know.
Lothric, can I have some of the coffee?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bring some over. Pour it into a mug.
Cole, if it'll make it
Cole.
easier, while I'm sitting in the break room doing absolutely nothing tomorrow, I will send you a list of 20 coffees.
19.
God.
19. Cole, I will send you a
This
list
is-
of
I got
20
you.
coffees.
This is a red eye coffee.
Okay. Just gonna sit cross-legged, like a little gentleman drinking his coffee.
Okay.
Tired as fuck.
The food, by the way, is pretty mediocre.
Mm,
It's not great.
well, it's food, so
Lothric,
I
I
can't.
missed your cooking.
Do you guys want some spices?
Please.
Please.
No.
Rudy, you want some hot sauce?
It's the
No.
we'll take the shaker
Put the
of
bottle
spice
like down on the table.
in the center of the group.
No, thank you.
Magnus, can I
Thank-
have some of that hot sauce?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, there's hot sauce
Towards the
already
hole.
on the table.
There's hot sauce already on the
Oh,
table.
I
I'm
know,
trying to
both
get different
using
hot
both.
sauce.
I was using both hot sauces.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
Be like,
It's the,
what was this? What is
that's
this?
mostly like habanero peppers.
How is Fantasy Santa Fe hot sauce?
This is a rather common inn for people coming in and out of Solili to stay at. Specifically now, dude, this hot sauce isn't incredibly hot. It's more mild to temper to the tastes of people who aren't used to it.
Okay,
So it's Tabasco sauce.
Sure.
Alright.
that's not bad. It's got like a spice to it, I guess.
Yeah, that's what you give like kids whenever they're building up their spice tolerance here.
Okay. Does sound
Yeah.
about spicy. I was kind of hoping for something more.
No, that's the bottle over on that table.
Walk over to that table, get the bottle. There's
That
just hot
table.
sauce on Magnus's fucking hash browns and eggs and shit.
Okay.
We raise our children very differently in
Well, I mean,
the valley versus.
considering how
Yes,
you reacted
same
to
with
hot
the
sauce.
yeah.
Yeah. No.
Just if you eat something with that, don't touch your eyes. It's awful.
You know, I can't really focus on food after Daenerys dropped this very peculiar bit of there's someone that we have to meet.
I
Yes,
didn't
so-
hear
it's
that part.
nothing to worry about.
So, Rue, as you're saying that, from the kind of open air hallway that leads to each of your rooms, you can hear a brisk. And eventually, the four of you, apart from Daenerys, who has her back turned, see what looks to be Daenerys, but like older, like much older. And she's currently wearing a cloak with her hood up.
Do we see like and feathers?
Like the
and-
beak and the feather patterns,
Yes.
and it just looks like
The
Daenerys.
beak, it looks like Daenerys, but a whole lot older. It looks
Bo
a little
was
bit
taking a
different,
s-
but it's Daenerys. Kind
I
of.
was
Bo was
also about
taking
to
a sip
say.
from his coffee.
That was rude.
I was kidding when you told me whenever.
That was
Daenerys?
extremely rude.
Yes.
Behind you.
Oh, Daenerys turns around to see her mom. She stands up and walks over to give her a hug.
She gives you a hug back and she says, Daenerys, would you mind introducing me?
Yes, of course. So, I don't particularly know if it's your title anymore, but this is my mother, Queen Dorathea of Dorathea.
She gives a very gentle curtsy. She says, I've heard a lot of stories about you. It's great to meet you.
And she points at Rue. She's like, "This one is Rue. This one is Lothric," pointing at
So,
Lothric.
as you point to Rue, she kind of leans and she whispers, I thought you said she was blue.
So fucking bad.
Well,
Oh, can I give you inspiration for that?
Don't give the DM inspiration.
Oh,
He'll
that
use it
was
to kill
so well
us!
Done though.
Daenerys kind of like stops. Her finger's still pointed at Rue, and she's like, "Close enough, mother."
Right, sorry.
This one is Lothric.
Now,
This one is Bo.
Daenerys,
Yeah, yes.
you're supposed to give me a formal introduction.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Have you forgotten all your manners?
I'm gonna throw up.
The nurse is like, can I have a second, please?
Of course.
She like turns
Like
around from her
hastily like
mother.
stands up. She's like,
She like rubs her eyes and she's like, oh, it's just like when I grew up. Okay. To
What do we do?
everyone,
is this, do I have to bow? Do I have to bow?
still, yes, you all stand. This is my mother. She's royalty.
She does another curtsy and she says, Lady Durathian, Lady Aether Durathian, of the House Durathian of the Floating Isles, at your service.
And you guys can introduce yourselves with your titles. It's more formal that way.
Great, awesome. Give me like 2 seconds.
I'll find the title.
How fucking dare
I don't
you.
think I have a lot.
It is 8 a.m. I am drinking my coffee. How dare you?
Okay. Rue kind of does
Give me
a
second.
small little.
I gotta go last.
I do like a small little curtsy as well, and I say, it's very nice to meet you. My name is Alhat Ruesh of the Shadeville Valley, and matron of Livlica. Here at your service.
I would be more than happy to give you a few pointers on your curtsy.
Sorry, it's not something that I'm used to doing. Not from around here.
It's entirely understandable.
I can't find
They're posted in the CG.
I found it. I can repost it for you
Are they
guys.
pinned?
No, but if I had admin, I could. I don't, but here they go.
Sweet.
Stop. I'm so fucking dead. Quit.
Dog in the background.
I'm fucking dead.
Okay.
What do?
What
Alright, who's next?
Daenerys gestures to Lothric.
Lothric stands and bows. My name's Lothric of Kate, captain of the 105th Heavy Infantry. At your service, milady.
Very lovely to meet you,
Then-
Lothric.
And she points the bow.
Cricket, cricket.
Magnus gonna kick him
Stand up.
under the table.
Howdy, ma'am. Bo, defender of Lady Durathian. Howdy. We're here because of me.
Oh, alright. Well, it's good to meet you, and I trust that your defender title was not gotten easily.
I forgot one of my titles. Resident Garbage Man. Oh, I'm kidding.
Jesus
That's not-
Christ.
that's not-
So, you watch as Daenerys' mother's beak drops open, and she looks aghast for like a second, and then you say that, and she says,
Bye, Arona Bo.
"Oh, thank the elements."
I apologize. That was a joke. I'm sorry.
Daenerys is giving you the most evil stare you've ever seen. She rolls her head and then points to Magnus.
I will stand up, and he's still like drinking his coffee too, like a tired dad. And she stands up, holding his coffee cup, sipping from it, and I gotta fucking pull up my thing again. Magnus Centauri of Ashmore, Bard of the Legend Craft, Matron of Livlicar. Nice to meet you. He does a little head nod.
Are you still drinking your coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Magnus, sorry. It would benefit the both of us if you would put your cup down and repeat that, please.
Magnus Centauri of Ashmore, Bard of the Legend Craft, Matron of Livlicar.
She does a curtsy and she says, "Very lovely to meet you. Daenerys told me that you, I believe, were someone else. Are you part of the Emberhide family?"
Does like a full like glare at Daenerys. Like Magnus doesn't glare often, but when he does,
Stay
Don't
thirsty,
be
my friends.
mistaken. She neglected to inform me of what your real title is. I just was wondering. I can understand this shame if you are.
Daenerys looks like a deer caught in headlights. She's like standing like the standing emoji.
No, ma'am. I am not of the Emberhides. Just Magnus Centauri.
Very well. Daenerys, we're going to have a chat about you lying to me.
Daenerys just kind of like puts her face in her hands, and she's like, "Right then. I apologize for my informality. It has been a long journey. Let's get you some food, Mother."
Yes, that would be lovely. She kind of like looks around and grabs a chair and pulls it up, and then very daintily sits down and she says, it really is lovely to meet you all. Sorry, old habits trying to straighten out youth."
It's no problem, Your Majesty. Truthfully, I think we need to practice with the formalities since the Akala is coming up rather quickly.
Yes, Daenerys told me about that. I'm still not entirely sure what it is, but it sounds like you're all rather important people. I'm glad that she's falling in with such a good crowd.
Yes, we are accompanying the King of Livlica. We have some issues happening in Livlica itself that we need support with from the rest of the Empire, and the King thought it would be best to bring us since we've dealt with the issue at hand.
She kind of like casts a glare at Daenerys and she says, "King of Livlica."
Yes. I was going to fill you in with the rest of it in the morning. See, she's like rambling. She's mumbling. She can't get her words together.
Okay. Never mind. Well, it's a good thing that you're going, I suppose. I've heard a lot. I've heard that you saved a town, which is unimaginable, frankly.
It's very odd to us ourselves, but we're very happy to do it. It helped us get to Spectre Isle, so it was our pleasure, I suppose.
And what were your, if you don't mind me asking, headed to Spectre Island?
We all had our own separate reasons.
Mainly just seeking
But we-
answers.
Answers, that's a good way to put it. Yes, answers.
Most of us
Roll
would
a
just-
perception or persuasion check for me.
Son of a fucking bitch.
Can I assist her since I also said something about it?
Yeah, sure. You can get an advantage if you want to.
Yeah? Okay. Well, then maybe... Oh, nope, that rolled off. Okay, we're gonna use a different die. Are you fucking kidding me? That one was lower?
Jesus.
8!
Okay. Well, answers are always good, I suppose. It really depends on who's asking them, or asking questions, rather. So, I had no way to bring this up organically, but, I was wondering... I was wondering if it would be at all possible, if I could join you for a week or so. I have many skills and talents. For instance, if you need help locating someone, I'm very good at that. I'm also very in tune with Fey magic. I've studied it my entire life. There's a few ballroom tricks I can perform.
I don't believe that's needed, but, Rue kind of looks around at the rest of the party. I can't see a problem with you venturing with us for the week.
I have things I would like to talk to you about then. If
Can-
that's alright, Your Majesty.
If there's a problem, you can talk to me now.
Or who are you telling that to?
Oh.
I'm gonna
No,
nudge.
I
I'm gonna
not my
nudge
bad.
Rue with my leg, just like, relax. You're fine.
As if Bo notices that, he's going to look towards Rue and then towards Aether, you said her name was?
Aether, yes. Aether Durant.
He's going to look towards Aether and just says, if you don't mind, ma'am, I would just... Apologies. Your Majesty, if you'd be willing, I'd like help finding my child.
She kind of chokes on her food a bit. Yes, I could perform several different divination spells. I was in the mindset that you knew where your child was, and she kind of like glances at Daenerys for a second.
That's what I believed as well. Daenerys gonna like hold her hands up defensively.
I know the city, not the specific part. Where, what building I need. If you can get me exact details, I will be even more in debt to you and your family.
Of course. Over the years, I have become rather excellent at locating people. Not a matter to discuss over a meal, I don't believe, but perhaps we can do it some other time.
Of course, and my apologies.
There's no need to apologize, as long as the rest of your companions are fine with me traveling with you. I'd be happy to do it. I'd be happy to do it even if they do mind.
Can I give Aether just like a general insight check?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Fuck me, damn. Just die then. $11.
I mean, she's being sincere. You can tell that much.
Okay.
And we're going to take a 10-minute break.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's my schedule.
Your schedule.
You are all sitting at a table outside the Wizard's Foxfire Inn, currently eating your breakfast while conversing with Daenerys' once was dead mother, Lady Aether Baratheon of the Floating Moon. I believe that we just ended on Magus rolling an insight check, getting an 11, understanding that Aether is being rather sincere, as sincere as she can be, and you also get, like, guilt, like she feels guilty for asking,
Okay.
but that's about it.
Cool.
I mean, so long as there's no ill intent to us or anyone else, I'm fine with it.
Aaron, you can turn your camera off if it's bad.
Okay.
We need a cult burn compilation.
I
What do you
need.
mean?
Could you? I don't want to do that.
Listen to 4 hours of me belching.
No, I don't want to comb through
Why?
fucking
It's like that.
1,000
It's like
hours.
that video of that of that wrestler constantly taking in breaths where they cut out where you're speaking. Yeah, like that.
It would just be coal noises, and it's like 4 hours of all of our fucking videos.
All right. I can show you that there's little to no danger towards you or any of, hopefully, anyone sitting at this table.
I would hope not.
Well, I believe that you probably all have something to do in the city if you're that important. So I think I will head back to my daughter's room for the day.
Of course. If you need anything from any of us, you can let us know or let Tanaris know. I'm sure we'd all be more than willing to help you out.
Thank you.
Yes,
I
of course.
really appreciate that. It's lovely meeting you all, and I look forward to traveling. Obviously, excuse me. She kind of gets up
Of course.
and
Have a good morning.
walks back.
I thought she was dead.
I thought she was dead.
How could you tell her about the
Where did we have to retcon this goal?
I thought she was dead. Gets out of earshot.
Magnus
I
and
thought
Rue-
she was dead.
Magnus and Rue both asked it at the same time. I love that.
I thought you said both of your parents were dead.
How much does she know? Does she know about the whole thing?
Did you tell her about the
Listen,
Automatius thing?
I told her you're from a royal family. I didn't tell her which one.
You're not
Does
supposed
she
to
know
spread
I'm a
that
criminal?
information. Bo, you're not a criminal. Shut up.
This.
Did you know that I was a criminal?
I don't think that's need to know information.
It's
So,
Tanaris' family.
Wait,
Can you blame me for being worried that they were
I don't
going to
give a
do a
shit if
lot
it's
of
the
research
fucking
here?
emperor. That's not need to know information. Also, sorry for being crass. I'm extremely tired.
Okay. So, what have you told her? What does she know? What do we know?
What do we need to know?
well, I give her a brief synopsis of why I'm here and what I've been doing, what I've been involved in. She's my mother after all. I fill her in with things, everything. She has the right to know. As member of House Dorathian, we're all closer than you could probably imagine. But I didn't tell her everything because there's a lot to tell in one night.
Wait,
she
what
just-
implication?
She showed up last night?
Like,
She was just in my room.
I don't know how to tell you this, but that is, one, extremely dangerous. I don't care if it's your mother or not. The fact that someone was in your room without your knowledge is
Yes.
concerning.
It's not a very good experience. It's not so glad I checked my room before I went to sleep
Well.
last night.
My mother's known for her tracking skills, as she told you all.
So, she doesn't know everything, so she doesn't know the intricacies of all of us. She doesn't, like, for example, she doesn't know my...
I didn't tell her that you're
History.
you. I didn't tell her your surname, Bo, and I didn't tell her your surname, Agnes. And Lothric, you don't really have any secrets, so
Not really. None that you guys know, anyway.
Quit being mysterious.
foreshadowing.
Stop that. Quit. Don't do your little fucking shrug and your stupid. Stop that. You blonde bitch.
Still.
I
Okay.
told her briefly about the scroll because it came from Arathia.
Does she know my mother wrote that? Or is that something that we're gonna have to explain at some point?
I didn't get to explain that because it's a little too intricate.
Also,
Oh god, does she know about the books and that I can read them?
I still stand. Well, you can't read them. Anyone can pick up one of those books and read them
I can read them.
without having to deal with a possible curse being placed upon you, or turning out
Or
like you
losing
were.
your soul.
Yeah, that was god awful.
Or like Rue.
Half a soul.
Half a soul. Sorry. Thanks, God.
Are you talking to yourself now too? Do I need to check all of you into a fucking hospital?
No, I'm talking to Wolf. Don't mind
Yeah.
me.
Do you
Like a little
scream
wolf
that?
spider crawls up onto Rue's
No, I
shoulder
don't
and is
fucking
just like
Magnus
I don't
fucking
wanna get-
shrieks.
I don't want to get fucking lynched.
Jesus.
But okay. Is she gonna ask questions
Do
about
we
any of us?
need to be
Do we have to
concerned?
prepare ourselves for the answers?
Right.
Am I gonna have to prepare myself for an interrogation?
It's not necessarily interrogation, but she'll probably ask you stuff. I mean, she's very curious. I haven't seen her for 9 years, and I'm traveling with a group of strange people that she deems important.
Does she know about the
Not that I
job?
imagine that you're.
Why would she
Well,
know
I
about the
don't
Well,
job?
think
she
she's
read this-
gonna
Why is that the only
interrogate
thing you
us.
think
We
about?
just have to be mindful of what we
I
say.
don't. It's not the only thing I.
Okay. Well, I'm going
I just.
to go.
Tanest ends up and she's like, all the things that we've discussed throughout the last few months have been coordinated back to House Dorathian. There's not a bit of information that hasn't been coordinated to Varus. And that if that's a compromising of your safety or whatever, then bring that up with me at a later time. But I need some space. And she walks away.
Well, now that's even more concerning. So now does the entire House Dorathian know that I'm...
36,000 years old? I mean, probably.
Great. Because that's a normal thing to be.
You could just say that you're like a funky elf that got, struck by lightning or something.
How many elves have you met in your lifetime that are funky?
Actually?
No, I
I'd
don't-
say quite a few. Hi. And the waiter from last night is standing next to your table and he says, if it wouldn't bother you, we're about to get a big rush, so
Right.
could you finish and move?
Yeah. Should we regroup in rooms? What?
We'll regroup in front of the inn.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna
Get ready.
go actually get dressed.
So good. Oh.
Start stacking plates and everything. Like, help clean up the table.
Did we?
How much was the food?
Pay for
Did we
food.
pay? Yeah.
This amount will bring you to 15 silver pieces.
How many gold is that?
No, I got it. I'll pay it. Rue puts it
Okay.
on the table. That's not a problem. And-
Thank you, sir.
We're just gonna go up to her room.
Up.
Gonna go
Fuck,
down
I've
the
been trying
hall.
so hard. Down the hall.
Walk up to her
Tomorrow.
door.
There we go.
Okay. Sorry, there's somebody
Is that what that
starting
was?
to blare music. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was a plane.
I thought it was
No,
somebody's
it's not a
phone going
plane.
off.
No, that was somebody in my apartment complex just going.
Okay.
Respect.
Okay.
So, all right. Rue, you head back to your room.
Mhm.
What are the rest of you doing?
Gonna go get dressed,
Well,
get my shit, get ready for the day.
I'm
Bo
gonna
is
go.
just standing in the hallway.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a little shopping. Do you guys need anything while I'm gone?
You cut out.
You did cut out.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go out and do a little bit of shopping. Do you guys need anything while I'm gone?
I have some places I need to go to. I don't know if we're gonna have the chance now, but
I mean, we can do a couple errands today. I have something that I do want to check out.
I do have just miscellaneous stuff that I do need to get rid of. That I've collected.
Well,
Sure. I'm not here. Why am I talking?
Barkeep was kind enough to name a few shops that were kind of light on prices. And here's the names, and Lothic's gonna, tell him
Okay.
what they were called and possibly
The
general.
3 general
location.
stores.
Yes.
Trap Goods, Kadash's Goods, and the Killendare's general store. If you're looking for anything else, like armor, jeweler, blacksmith, weapon maker, inns, taverns, you can go ask the gnome if you wish. Or you can ask somebody else.
I would like to go ask the gnome where
I'm gonna go.
the fucking what is it called? The
I
guild
don't know. That's a good question.
that does the
Enchanted
weapon
Mountain?
craft. No, fuck you. The
The weapon crafting guild.
the weapon
Okay.
craft guild. Yeah, that. I want to go ask around about that.
Okay, so the gnome is currently like reading a book with his feet up on. He's sitting on a chair that's really low to the ground, and then there's a slightly taller chair that he has his feet up on, and he doesn't see you approach.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. Could you weapons guild? Where can I find them?
Weapons guild. Why don't you roll an insight check for me?
$18.
18. Okay.
What? What? What?
So you can tell. You can tell that this gnome currently is putting more strain on his voice so that he can seem older than he is.
Okay.
And you don't know if he's doing it for like pity or for like a joke, but yeah. All right, we're gonna go back now.
Hey guys, how was Whispers?
There's a strip
I
club
don't
in
like
town
that.
named Whispers. It's weird. Every time Cole says Whispers.
I don't like that.
So, he says, the weapons guild is It's not in this city. Each city in Zoelia is home to a different guild, each controlled by the 13 heads of the table. The Weapons Guild would be found in, let me remember, because the person playing me doesn't remember.
As he says that, like Magnus sees like a puppet arm like slither out
Yeah.
of his arm.
Slither out? What the fuck?
It's
Ew,
just
I
like
hate
his
that
body just like
description.
goes limp.
The Weapons Maker Guild is found in the city of Durinian, to the far east, far west, my mistake.
Right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. And he takes the book and opens it back up and continues reading.
People in this place are fucking lunatics.
Yeah.
Oh, why are the people here?
Bo walks up to the. I don't know, and he goes up to the gnome as well.
And he closes the book. How may I help you?
Addy, sir, I'm so sorry. I just want to find blacksmith.
Oh, okay. There are many blacksmiths. Would you like the ones outside of Blackreach so that you may avoid the general glass blowing contest?
Yes, please. I already got my own souvenir from that.
Of course. Well, there is the Fine Lance blacksmith, the Toad's Tools blacksmith, and the Charming Coyote, all on what's the name of the? All on Ring Street to the north of the city.
Thank you kindly. And he walks-
My mistake. I also forgot there's the Charming Coyote.
You already said that one.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the last one you said. Thank you. Appreciate it.
you have a fine day.
You too.
Alright. I don't remember what all I listed, so...
It was the Fine Lance. I apologize, I don't remember the second one, and then the Charming Coyote.
And it would be Toad's Tools.
Yep, that one. The stools. Yeah, cool.
I just saw your name on Roll20. Are you serious right now?
Yeah, that's a good one.
It has a grip on my life.
Okay, I'm usually called Dangan Mooster.
Alright. So, you are all free to do as you wish. The city kind of begins to... The sun begins to rise a bit more. It's about 9:30, 9:40-ish in the morning. And you begin to hear the sounds of the glass-blowing festival reignite, much like their furnaces, deep in the heart of Blackreach, as people begin shouting and screaming, and shovels begin shoveling sand into furnaces.
Right. What are we doing today? Besides
Cole, is Dusty
shopping?
still outside of the tavern?
Dusty is still outside of the tavern, yes.
Okay, good. Does he have like a trough in front?
Yeah, there's a trough. You can tell that this is a pretty wealthy area. There's quite a few. Excuse me, I choked on my own words because I'm a freaking weirdo.
You're fine.
There's quite a few guards kind of marching around and keeping an eye over things.
I just tip my hat to one of them if any of them are looking, and then I just. Are we splitting up? Are we buddy systeming this?
While you're doing that, Daenerys, what are you doing? Daenerys.
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 Aaron?
You're muted.
Good, Wadey.
Shit, I was muted. So, everyone, where's everyone else? Are we all outside the tavern?
I don't know.
Rue's still in her room. I haven't had her walk out yet.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Tanaris is kind of like just right outside the tavern, like pacing back and forth. She is deep in thought.
Okay.
Ten, you good?
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Insight check.
Roll persuasion.
I don't believe any of you motherfuckers anymore. What are you hiding from me?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Where's
I'm
my
just
dice?
sad.
Nothing. We're just depressed. Quit being a good friend.
God! Off of our ass.
I got a natural one.
Okay, well
Oh shit!
that's mine is definitely better than
16.
my fucking 19. 10. What's
Yeah,
going on?
you can tell Tanaris is kind of distraught. She's having a moment.
What you thinking about?
That's just a lot to think about, Magnus.
If it helps, I'm kind of like that with all royalty.
Yes, of course. I understand your relationship with royal families is not the best, considering you're where you're at now.
Just trying to check in on you.
I
Anything?
appreciate it.
Anything you want to talk about? Anything you're worried about?
Well, just worried about what's gonna happen. Well, everyone meeting my mother was not anticipated, so
Yeah, that was odd. Definitely wasn't ready for it. What else are you worried about?
the Akala and just other things. I mean, there's a lot, when you're in a place of royalty, you have a lot of responsibility.
Yeah. As for the Akala, I wouldn't put too much strain on it. I would leave most of the talking to Oslo and everything. If we have to get involved, we have to get involved. I'm sure with the Akala, it'll just be you and me talking, but
Of course, I have to represent a group of people that have never been represented here before.
true.
I don't have to be the representative of Arathia, it's just feels like my duty.
No, I get that. It's just Arathia isn't technically a part of the Empire, so
No,
with it being
nor do they want to be.
right, but with it being an Empire-based meeting, I'm not 100% sure if you'll have to represent Arathia.
Right.
Just food for thought. If I can help take some of your worry off your plate.
I appreciate it, Magnus.
Anything else on your mind?
I do feel guilty for telling my mother about your royal heritage. Of course, I didn't tell her where from, but still, there's compromise of your safety.
Honestly, it's fine. I don't see myself as a royal, if that makes any sense. I'm kind of just a man out in the world trying to make a name for himself. So, while I would appreciate if you didn't spread the word, I am kind of still in
Do you have
hiding.
any concerns about if you have any concerns about information leaving Oathia, nothing gets to leave that place. Like, it's hard to explain. But the
No,
information there is very protected.
I understand. It's I'm not concerned about it 100%. Just maybe not spread it around within the empire.
Suppose.
I'd appreciate, but as long as
Oh
you're
yes, I've not told anyone in the Empire.
but as long as you're doing all right, and you know you can still talk to any of us.
Yeah, I always appreciate you guys being there.
But I think we're going shopping today. I'm Bo's checking on Dusty again, and I think we're just waiting on Rue and Lothric to put on his armor.
I was usually that.
Very. Yeah, he's.
Lothric already has his armor on. He was eating in it.
Oh,
Rue,
Yeah.
are you? What are you up to? What are you doing?
I'm just hanging out upstairs, processing the.
up where?
There's
Upstairs?
no upstairs.
Fuck! In my room, processing
There you go.
information,
There you go.
and then I'm gonna come. I almost said fucking downstairs.
I know. I could feel it. I could feel it preemptively. I was like, she's gonna
No
go downstairs.
stairs in this fucking inn.
I'm going to leave my room.
There's like a step
Okay.
up.
As you leave through the main lobby, please roll a perception check for me.
A perception check. Oh no. Okay.
Do a good job.
Trying. Let's not roll it off the desk this time. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, 19?
19 will do it. As you're walking through the lobby, the few of your party that came through here didn't quite notice this or see it, but your eye catches a notice board, kind of a board of quests, rather. If you would like to inspect those, you can. If not, you can just walk away, I guess.
I'll inspect it, sure. What does it say?
Okay. There are currently 4 posted notices. Each one begins with a notice with a big, like, bolded text and an exclamation point. The first one says, Vermin Exterminator needed. Serious inquiries only, 30 gold pieces, and then it lists an address. The next says, Notice, Groth Backbreak, half-orc, wanted dead or alive for assault of a table member, 200 gold pieces.
Oh.
Notice, Private Investigator or Helping Eye. My poor Hapwig is on the loose and I can't seem to find him. 25 gold piece reward for bringing my sweetness back, listed address. And then the fourth and final one says, Notice, guard positions open. If you are wanting to work for the great city of Naudu, apply at your local sand station today.
Uncle Sam,
Interesting. Can I-
we need you.
We need you. Can I
It's a picture of the Emperor.
Can I take the flyer?
For which one?
Oh, are they all like separate flyers?
Yes,
I
they're
thought
all
it was just like, oh, like, okay. Shoot.
You can take all of them if you want to.
Yeah, we'll just take all of them and take it, and I'll go out to.
Okey-dokey. I will post those in the roll. No, not roll 20 in the C2 chat.
You're awesome. Thanks.
Okie dokie.
Cool. So.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nope. After that, I just was gonna walk and meet up with everybody else at outside.
Okay. So, what are all of you doing for the day? Are you splitting up, going to different places? What's going on?
So, buddy system.
Hey, Rue.
Yeah.
Before I
It's the
go,
look on his face.
before I go check out the local goods stores, can I see that wanted poster, please?
The what?
You weren't with
Wanted
her.
poster?
You were
weren't with
not
her.
with
You
me.
weren't with her. You
She's
don't
holding
know
it in
about
her
it.
hand, right?
We will say for the purpose of convenience that that was the top of the 4-paper stack that she is currently holding.
Okay.
He's gonna point. Can I see
Oh.
that, please?
Yeah, sure. There was 4 like job postings that I thought I could bring up to everybody. Once we get whatever errands that we needed to done, but I'm just gonna hand over the wanted poster.
Lothar will just look it over, fold it up, and then put it into one of his pouches on his little belt.
Okay.
His little
So we're not-
utility belt.
It has
I gotta-
a drawing of the half orc. It seems that he is bald. He has kind of really accentuated cheekbones and a scar going across his nose, where it cuts off the tip and then back onto his cheek.
Ooh,
Okay.
harsh. Dropped and die.
Did I get a look at that wanted poster?
Sure. I'll say that you all got to see.
I passed around all the posters to everybody.
There you go.
Okay, cool. Did I recognize the guy in the
I
wanted
become in
poster?
possession of it.
Roll
Hold
a
up to
history
the
check
little
for me.
good bitch. Huh?
Uh-oh. Oh, no,
You
no,
a
no,
what?
no, 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 no. History?
History.
History
19.
pays to be fucking stupid.
History?
It's Bo's new
Karma's a
voice.
Your
bitch.
memory kind of digs back into when you lived in Yawthorn, and you very faintly remember a rumor going around about a guy named Groth attacking like a table. That was several years ago. Either this wanted poster is really old, or he's done it again.
He's still wanted? Alright.
What does still wanted mean?
Oh, this guy's been wanted for years on end.
He attacked a table member. I'm assuming that's a pretty.
What is table member? Like
How-
somebody eating dinner or
No. It's like a...
Do you want me to tell you what it is, kid?
I was going to say an important political figure that kind of partially rules over Solili like a governor. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's almost exactly what a table member.
like
Okay. It's an important political figure who... Okay, y'all know that, like, each city has a guild that's, like, it's specifically centered around, right?
yeah, I know that now.
Oh. Well, each city has a specific guild that they're centered around, and, the table members are, like, one, the heads of those guilds, and 2 governors of each, like, important city that are sprinkled around here.
Okay, so that makes sense.
attacking
It's like
one is
an
actually a
actual-
very not good thing.
Yeah.
No, very, very, very bad.
Right. Well, if that's the case, then I guess we'll keep an eye out. Well,
Yeah,
is there like a date
Oh.
posted on
Oh,
any of
there's
these, or
I didn't write one down, so no.
okay?
I didn't think of that.
I'm just gonna, like, I'm gonna, like, whenever I get the chance, I'm gonna, like, grab the poster and, like,
One
feel
second.
how...
What did you say, Lothric?
I said, I'll do some asking around while I'm out doing some shopping. And, if you guys don't hear from me in about, I'd say 2-3 hours, just
I'll send
try to find me.
I'll send you a message or something.
Thank you.
Yep.
And then Lothric
Keep an eye on
gonna-
your coin purse.
Yeah,
Oh.
I will. And he
Um,
takes it off of his belt and puts it in his pack.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
And he goes off to what's the one? Fuck, it's in the
There's
fucking
Trap Goods,
roll
Kadash's Goods, and
20.
Killing Dare Generals.
I will go to Kadash's Goods.
Okay. And Bo,
I'll
what do you
ask
want
one
to
of
do
the
with the phone?
guards' directions.
I was just gonna like feel how tattered the paper was and kind of give a guess on how old this thing is.
Yeah. Roll. Oh God, I don't know what roll that is.
History?
Roll a. I guess just roll an investigation check or perception
And
check.
I'm better at investigation. No, I'm not. 15.
It's paper.
It's
I
old
mean,
paper.
like-
It's old desert paper.
Paper,
Yeah,
paper.
it's been in the open,
Hey.
so
Stop it.
it could be 10 years old. It could be 2 seconds old. Like it's hard.
I'm not gay, but
Um,
paper is paper.
What? Does that mean?
I'm not gay, but 20 bucks to 20 bucks.
As Lothric is walking away, I'm gonna just like pat him on the shoulder and do like some artificer magical tinkering.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, if you need help, your armor is gonna yell. We'll just say that. I just pat him on the back and walk off.
What?
What?
All
Could you send
right,
me
well,
what he did really quick? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
I have an idea of what that is, but I don't
Yeah.
know the specific.
Yeah.
Is this like if
Okay,
Lothric
so-
falls, there's just a fucking fire alarm that goes off?
Sirens
Sirens start going.
and I can't get up.
Shut Life alert.
Grandma!
All right, Lothric. Guard points you in the direction while you're heading there, and Bo, you're heading to wherever it is you're going. What are the other three of you doing?
Can I see the like glass blowing contest from here?
Yeah, I mean, like you can see it in action. Some of the glass balloons begin to float into the air.
Okay. It's gonna kind of like catch my attention, and I'm just gonna kind of start meandering over to get closer to watch.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Give me just a second.
Yeah, no worries.
One of my cats was pawing underneath the door, and I grabbed a pen and I threw it.
Oh,
I
Is
was
that what that
accurate as
was?
fuck, and I hit the cat in the paw. Yeah,
I
I
heard
hit
the
one of
pen
the
hit
cats
the
in the
door.
paw.
I'll allow it because I don't know the specifics. Okay, what did you say, Rick?
I just said that I would, like, the sight of the glass would like catch my attention, and I'd go closer to watch the spectacle.
Okay, so you begin to weave your way through the streets, and very quickly you begin to hear the uproarious yelling and screaming and basically fighting of the glass blowers competition. And yeah, is there anything? What? Why?
The bots are
Why
telling
do
you to go
leave when it
fuck
ends?
yourself tonight.
It's so frustrating. Like it's fine.
Everything is fine!
Cole puts in a lot of time to get these bots on our fucking Discord, and they always fuck us up.
In front of you, as you kind of step onto the street, you're surrounded by this crowd, and as you kind of like try to peer over the heads, you see. Roll a perception check, actually.
9, 10, 14?
14. You're peering over the heads, kind of like jumping and using your as much athletic ability as you can muster to kind of peer over them. And in a small clearing, you see two, like a halfling and a dwarf, like just beating the shit out of each other. And each of them have like gauntlets made of glass. And as you watch, you see like blood just start flying as they just keep going at it. While that's happening, Magnus and Daenerys, what are you two doing?
Probably just following Rue, just like.
God damn it!
Oh, dude.
Ayode's gone.
Just give up.
No!
We need the ambiance.
Probably just like following Rue. I don't have any like real errands to run today.
Okay. Daenerys, what are you up to?
I'm hanging out with my mom.
We will get to that in just a moment. Bo,
Woo!
where is it you are heading?
Because I like the name the best, I decided to go for the Charming Coyote.
Man, I like Toadstools. Such
I
a
like
clever
Toadstools
play on
too.
words.
Sounds like you're gonna
Alright,
go
I like
talk to
frogs.
Toad.
Toadstools, if you would
Are
prefer.
you going to be going through Blackreach, or are you going to try to make your way as best around the glass blowing competition as you can?
I'm going the safe way and not getting murdered by two dudes beating the shit out of each other with glass gauntlets.
Okay, sounds good. It takes you a lot longer to do that. So while you're going there, Lothric, which route are you taking? Are you going around Blackreach or through it?
I'm gonna go ahead and go around.
So you two begin walking towards the north, but still kind of in different directions. Daenerys. Gotta go to the thing.
Yes, God. What is it, God?
No, don't do that one. Don't do that one, please. Oh, I gotta delete it all. 1 second. I gotta press this.
Daenerys is talking to the air again.
To the air. Hello, air.
The air says,
Okay. So, Daenerys, as you enter your room, your mom is kind of sitting at just on the edge of the bed, kind of like, she has a book in her hands, and as you enter, she kind of like perks up and closes the book and puts it into her satchel. She says, I didn't think you'd be back so soon. Aren't you heading out with your friends to, your party, as you called it, to go do important things?
They are just gonna go run some errands and figured make up for some lost time. Just spend some time with you.
You can see that she like genuinely smiles and she says, "Thank you. Got so far. If you wanna discover."
Sorry.
Zoe, why? Did you drop your fucking fidget spinner?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, it's fine. If you want to go into your research so far.
Yes. There's a lot to discuss, and lots of little intricacies. I'm sure you're dying to hear about. And she starts like rummaging through her satchel, and she pulls out several notes, like ones with the summoning circles on it, ones with like just various information about like Cobalt, about Spectre Isle, about the city we saved, etc., etc. And she's like, so we've been having issues with several things. I sent the summoning circles to back to Arathia because we're having issues with things appearing in the Rakur, but that's besides the point. What we're going to focus on is the stuff from Spectre Isle, because there's a lot to cover. Like the missing, the entire house of owl-like Aarakocra that went missing with a completely different language. It's very intriguing.
That sounds. If I didn't see your notes, I thought you were making it up. But all right, fill me in. And she says that Rue and Magnus, you were standing in the crowd. Okay, gotta go here.
You do not have to do this. You don't have to do this.
The sheer amount of panic.
You guys are standing in the crowd, and you watch as these two rather short-statured people continue to just like beat into each other. And you watch as the halfling begins to like pummel on the dwarf, but as he's doing so, the gauntlets of the glass begin to and cracks begin to fracture up the gauntlets, and very soon his gauntlet on his left arm shatters completely, and at that the crowd yell even louder and swarm in, and for a couple of seconds the two are completely submerged by the crowd before the dwarf gets thrown into the air and then like carried by the crowd as they begin to disperse and move on to different attractions. You watch as the halfling is currently trampled in the sand.
Oh no. Can I, like, try to push through the crowd to reach him?
Yeah, why don't you roll a dexterity saving throw for me as you do that?
Got it. Oh. 18?
18 works. You kind of shove your way through the crowd, narrowly missing quite a few things, quite a few dangers. People like just fucking going wild, or liquid glass kind of being slung around willy-nilly, until you eventually reach the clearing where the halfling is. He is unconscious. He's pretty badly wounded.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Can I first cast, like, Shield of Faith just like on myself, but then like keep it around him to keep him from getting hit from anything else?
So Shield of Faith targets one creature?
Right. But like
So you can cast it on him or yourself if you want to.
okay, then we'll cast it on him.
Okay.
And then I'd love to cast like a Cure Wounds on him if I can.
Yeah, sure enough, you kind of begin to weave your healing magic, and very soon the open cuts and bruises begin to fade.
Okay, we'll do that one. 9. He
9
heals
points
9.
of healing. All right. He doesn't come back to consciousness? He's still kind of just laying in the sand. Magnus, is there anything you want to do?
I'm just standing and watching.
Okay.
just existing. Probably like up on a post, leaning against the post, just watching, just make sure nobody like tries to mug her or anything. Keeping an eye on my coin purse.
All right. Why don't you roll a perception check for me to do that?
15.
15. Yep, sure enough, nobody's really approaching you or her that you can tell. So, as the day kind of wears on, and Tanaris, you tell your mother about the entirety of Spectre Isle, saving a few key things out, probably. Lothric and Bo. There's a hair
What the
dude?
Yeah. Alright.
Is that the sound of Lothric falling in his armor?
For our attention.
Lothric, you make it to Kadasha's goods first.
Oh dear.
That's how Cole gets his voices ready. Egg.
So, you reach Kadasha's goods first as multiple glass lanterns begin to light up the now midday sky. You stand in front of what looks to be a rather large adobe building with several offshooting rooms and a single wooden door. There's some windows, but they're rather small and rather high up. And outside there's a sign kind of hanging off of a piece of wood built into the building that says Kadasha's goods. Would you like to head in?
I would.
Alright, so as you walk in, you kind of open the door and your eyes adjust to the light, you close the door. In front of you there's it's like really cramped. and there's just a lot of shit. This is like a kind of a gift shop rather than like a general store. There's like toys or like forget-me-nots kind of thing as you walk around. Wooden flooring, and it's rather cool in here outside of the Solilan sun, basically. But you don't see anyone running the store.
Okay. I'll go up to the counter and. So you said there was nobody like at the front counter at the
There's
moment?
nobody at the front counter currently.
Okay. I'll go up to the counter and knock kind of loudly. Excuse me.
There's
Anybody
no
here?
immediate reply. Let me double check something. Okay. You knock. You went to Kadasha's Goods, right? I just want to be double sure.
Yes.
Okay. So there's no immediate reply until you hear in the background like a yes. How can I help you?
I was actually doing some looking around and was wondering if you could help me find a few things.
Right. Just give me two moments. And you hear kind of like some shuffling and some scuttling about before this person steps out from behind like a far room wall, and they walk up to you. This is a human with like darker skin, very curly black hair, and very dark eyes, wearing what seems to be just common garb. Right. What do you need help with?
I was wondering if you had any, like a selection of books.
Books. We got some cookbooks in the other room.
Would you happen to have any storybooks by chance?
Storybooks. Yeah, in the children's section here. I'll lead you to him, and he
All right,
kind of
thank
turns
you.
around and begins walking. Roll an insight check.
Okay. 30-20.
Dirty 20. It's strange, but for the briefest of moments, you get the feeling that he doesn't really know where he's going. But as he leads you, it takes a moment, but you eventually find the children's story about it.
Okay. Would you have any recommendations on any of these?
I'm sorry, I'm a bit old for children's stories books.
All right. I'm just trying to find something that's not too long of a story, but kind of a quick read.
Right, well,
Something exciting.
yeah, I mean, there are plenty of those here. Help yourself, take a look. If you need anything, just give me another holler.
All right. And Lothric's gonna go ahead and sift through the various books and pull a few out off of the shelf.
Okay.
Does anything like catch his eye? Small description, maybe.
Yeah, sure, man.
Sorry, I'm like trying to figure out what I'm working with here.
You pull 3 books off the shelf. There's one of them that's about like this. As you kind of just flip through the pages and check it out, there's one about this guy who has to cross a river, but has to kind of talk to this river spirit to get across it. And there's a bit of action. There's like a bit of tension that you can tell. It's called something that I don't want to name. There's another one.
Insight check on the DM.
It's called the River Druid.
Okay.
There's another one that you pull out.
You can do it.
It's about a guy.
Oh fuck!
It's about a guy.
About a guy.
Just a guy.
It's about a guy that has to
Cross the river.
kind of convince his family that what he wants to do in life is correct, and in order to convince them, he has to go on this big quest. And lastly,
Is this just Magnus's life story?
It is.
I'm sorry.
there's one about a guy who. There's one about a woman. There you go. There's some difference.
This one's about a woman whose entire family dies in her village, and she wakes up 5,000 years later.
It's a very big read. Like, there's 800 pages each book. Like, both
It's like
stolen
The
in one of them, but it
Hobbit.
was like the fourth in the series.
This one is about a woman who digs a tunnel and falls into a cave. But within the cave, she finds something of great importance until she climbs back out, and she tries to bring this item to her people, but they all kind of don't believe her and cast her out of the guild.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take all three of those and a cookbook that catches Lothric's eye. You don't have to give me a description.
Thank God.
And
It's
I'm
Betty
gonna take it to
Crocker.
the front counter. I was interested in actually these three in the cookbook, if you don't mind.
Right, yeah, of course. That'll be, we kind of like sit around for a second. That'll be, 3 gold pieces.
Alright. Kind of an odd question. Have you heard anything about a guy named Groth? Backbreak is his name?
Yeah, I'll remember that name from a few weeks back, I think. Not sure where I heard it.
I'm actually looking for him. Would you happen to know his previous whereabouts?
Can't tell you more than I already have, honestly.
Alrighty then, well, thanks anyways. You doing okay? You seem kinda not sure where we were going when you were taking me to the book section.
Okay. Roll a perception check. As you're doing that, he kind of like, I'm fine.
I got an
So-
8.
An 8?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you watch his muscles kind of tense a bit, but you don't really see anything else. He says, I'm fine. Just, a bit disoriented from the heat is all.
That's understandable. It's quite hot here different from where I'm from, but I'll go ahead and purchase these books and then get out of your hair. And Lothric will put 3 gold pieces on the counter.
He kind of you watch as he takes his left hand and grabs the coins and takes them and puts them below the counter. You kind of hear a gentle.
Can I make a perception check on his right hand?
If you want to.
I would, yes, please. Oh, natural 20 plus 1.
Okay. You have the feeling that something's off, and you've seen enough people hold a blade before to know that he is currently holding something below the counter.
Okay. I'm gonna have Lothric take about 2 steps back. What's in your right hand, sir?
So he kind of like looks at you, and you see his dark eyes kind of flitter about the room for a second before he takes his hand out from under the counter and puts it on the counter and says, Nothing's the matter. Enjoy your books."
I'm not quite sure. Be honest with me. What are you hiding exactly? And I want to know right now. And I would like to roll for intimidation on that last comment.
Okay. Roll intimidation for me, if you would please.
I can't wait for Lothric's armor to scream help.
16.
16. So you rolled a 16, and while that's happening, I gotta pick.
No! You
Get wrecked.
beautiful person!
Oh man, no,
Oh no!
is Xfinity hurting you?
It's fine. It's just good to jump off the balcony.
No.
Oh no!
Aaron, have you looked at other internet options? Or is Xfinity the only one you're in?
Listen, I've been trying to let Jester handle this.
Aaron.
Bring
It's
that up.
not going well.
Also, you can also get, I believe, certain phone companies will allow you to purchase a wireless hotspot that you can plug in,
I know.
and that could be an alternate. Because AT&T is the only place that will supply internet here for our apartment. So I kind of know your struggle. It sucks.
It's just.
Aaron, you
I'm
might
just
also
gonna
be
do
able
it
to go
one
to
day.
a local library to get a hotspot. I know that the ones in Rio Rancho do that as well. However, Bo, you are currently walking through the city of Nauru, and you were standing in front of the what was it called?
The
Charming
charming
Coyote.
coyote.
This is a rather small establishment. It seems like there's no hammer and anvil here, almost like they don't do the smithing work here, but bring it in from a different place. However, it's, again, an adobe house. This one is really flamboyantly colored, though. It's, like, painted bright blue. There's a single window with shades drawn, and there is 2 large kind of French doors in front.
And there's no hammer and anvil.
There's no hammer and anvil up front.
I'm going to take a pee.
Good luck.
Okay.
Okay.
Just one?
Cole,
You
do
don't
I
need,
recognize
like, a
any of the
bag?
NPCs around us? Around me?
Oh my gosh.
Do you recognize what? Sorry.
Any NPCs that are around me? Like, there's no, like, passing by people that seem familiar?
Not really. No.
Not really.
Are you looking for somebody in particular?
No, I'm just making sure that there's no one that looks familiar.
I mean, roll
I'm
a
gonna go in.
perception check for me.
Okay. 10.
Yeah, you don't really see anybody that would catch your eye.
Okay, I go in.
All right, you enter, and there is. I gotta check the description for this one. I don't quite remember. There is a elf kind of just sitting there. He has a dagger, and he's kind of cleaning under his fingernails, cleaning the dirt out from under his fingernails with the tip of the dagger. And he sees you come in. He watches. He immediately like hides the dagger behind his back, and he says, "Oh, hello, welcome. What can I do for you?"
How fake does this accent seem?
Really fake. Like he's trying
Really
to put on an
fake?
accent. Yeah.
friend, you do not have to put on a fake tongue just for a customer.
Right. Well, usually
Is that a little...
yeah, it tends to increase sales. So sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Just, you need to add a little more twang with the vowels. Anyways,
Little more twang.
you're getting there.
Told you this was a hick town.
This is,
You're not here. Shut up.
This is a blacksmith shop. This is a blacksmith's shop. Blacksmith's shop,
This is a
right?
blackman's shop.
Black man shop.
Cade.
No, I almost said,
Bro!
is this a black
People
myth?
color.
Blackman's
Like a
shop.
blacksmith's? Yeah, is this a blacksmith's shop?
Yes, this is a blacksmith shop.
Okay. Do you have a hammer and an anvil that you'd be willing to let a fellow smith borrow?
Oh no, not here. The coyote is currently. Well, we bring our goods across town to sell to the masses.
Masses.
But no, we don't craft anything here ourselves. This is kind of a center station for peddling our goods.
You outsource? Okay. By the way, that's all I needed then.
Just gagging the dude's
Don't-
What
face.
was that?
he turned to the
Problem.
he turned to the side and gagged because they're outsourcing blacksmith.
Please don't
jobs.
throw up on my floor. I just cleaned it.
This hurts. Please don't put the knife's blade under your nail. That's a good way to lose a nail.
Oh,
Please.
very well. All right. But yeah, if you wish, you can visit that coyote. He's the smithy. I'm the charming. So he's in Blackreach if you want to go talk to him about anything.
About him. Is okay. What about Toadstools? What about that? Is that also in Blackreach?
No, I believe Toadstools is. Look at the map.
Sorry.
I believe Toadstools is on Noska's Road.
Mm.
But if you're looking to buy anything, we have plenty here.
Do I still have that black lung sword, or was that given back to Oslo?
I
Like the one that I thought
think-
like was
think
kind of
I still
drow,
have
but
it.
not.
I don't
You
know.
think you
yet.
still have it?
I think I still
Yeah,
have it.
and I think
I'm
Banner
pretty sure I
has
still
it.
have it. Because I remember putting it on my belt.
Okay. No, I appreciate it. I assure you that the accent is not gonna make more sales happen. You can just talk to people.
You'd be surprised. After all,
Okay.
I am the charming. Have a rootin' tootin' day.
Have a root
He-
today.
He just walks out. He doesn't even give like a goodbye,
Okay.
and he walks over to Toadstools.
All right. So Noska's Road is a bit further up. While you head there. Cat. While you head
Show the
there,
entire stream Jaeger's ass.
Rue and Magnus, you are both still on the street, and have you moved on? What are you doing in this fine city of Nawadu?
Can I, so, can I, like, move the guy that was passed out kind of, like, further away from the crowd? Like, lean him up
Yeah, roll
against the
strength check.
building? Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Nope, okay, that fell off. Damn it.
That dice is dead.
Maybe get a dice tray, Zoe.
I don't have one here!
Maybe find a
Get
box.
money.
Oh, it's my strength, it's a...
Use a bowl.
Get a plate.
21.
You very easily move him out of the street. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty light.
Yippee. So then I just like to lean him up. Can I do just like a medicine check to see if, like,
He's
what
as
else
good
is
as he's
wrong?
gonna get. You don't even need to do a medicine check.
Okay. Then I'll just make sure that he's leaning in the shade, and then I'll get up and kind of follow the crowd to go watch another competition.
Okay, Magnus, what are you doing?
Is there a, like, crates or something that are, like, leaned up against the buildings? I want to get on the roof. I want to walk the roofs.
Yeah. Roll an acrobatics check for me.
Rue has no idea Magnus is with her, like, at all.
I feel like a
He's
creep now,
oblivious to
thanks!
everything.
Okay.
Rue's just oblivious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, a butterfly.
Hey. Ooh, pretty glass.
16.
You pretty easily climb up onto the roof of the nearest building and begin walking it. Rue, as you go to the next attraction, you see what looks to be a group of 4 different glass blowers. Their furnaces all set up in different locations with like canopies over them to protect them from the shade, and they seem to be crafting like just as much like glass ornaments or things as possible. And one of them is very clearly winning. It's this kind of really drowsy looking dwarf who is just like very, very slowly shoveling sand, and then as soon as the sand gets hot enough, he takes his rod and just jams it in there, and very quickly he creates a new thing, and it's already cooling out in the sand before he pulls another bit of sand into the furnace. Magnus, as you're walking the roof, for the next 10 minutes or so, you continue to kind of just chilling before you hear hey you! No. Hey you! I can't do a southern accent right now, and I don't know.
Hey you!
Hey, you.
Hey, you!
Hey,
Hey!
Get down from there! And you see that one of the sand guards in their poncho and their little kind of covered hat is looking up at you, just like arms on his hips, hands on his hips, just like, get down from there!
I was just watching without getting hurt to give you 2 gold to leave me alone.
Kind of like looks around, he says, you ought to know better not to bribe a man.
Alright,
Man.
fine. Can't blame a man for trying, just kind of like drop down. Try not to hit anybody.
Alright. He kind of like comes up next to you and he says, next time, do it when there are no eyes. He kind of gives you a wink and then continues to walk.
And just continue on, just watching.
All
Seeing
right,
if there's
why don't
anything
you
that
roll a
piques my
dexterity
interest.
saving throw for me. I gotta do a thing I forgot to
Is
do
this a if
today.
Magnus falls on his ass?
Music's
No, this
oh,
is
there it
a
goes.
if the glass blowers harm you.
Yeah. 10.
10, you kind of land, and before you know it, you're hit in
Shit!
the face with a glass rod, and you end up taking 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
This is why I was on the roof.
I'm pretty sure I see this. Right. I see
No,
Magnus
you're,
get absolutely
you're
fucking
further in the
nailed.
crowd.
How many
Oh,
points
man.
was it?
8 points of bludgeoning
Oh,
damage.
that's not bad. Okay.
And while that's happening, I gotta go back here and press the fucking button, and then I got to indoors. Daenerys, what are you talking to your mom about?
Now we're just kind of catching up.
Anything in particular, or do we want to move on?
We don't have to stick on this if you're not feeling like voice acting my mother.
I'm fine either way. I'm just wondering if there's anything you want to talk to her in specific about.
I feel like it needs to be said. So, as they're like getting along, and she's telling her about all the research and whatnot, she kind of like stops in the middle, in mid sentence, in the midst of it, and she's like, "You know, Mom, the islands weren't quite the same after you left."
Yes, well, I about expected as much. You should have seen the face on your aunt when I told her I was leaving to go find father.
I can imagine. She was already worried enough with me leaving.
Yes, well, I've never been one to. I've never been one for politics of power, Daenerys.
Right.
The reason I started researching the Fae and the Feywild, and all the in-betweens, the different kinds, it was more of an escape than anything.
I can understand that. After the loss of father, all of us needed a way to cope.
Right. And I want to apologize again. You've gotten so big.
Yes, I mean, just see Varus now, king of our kingdom. It's like a spitting image of my father.
I would certainly hope so.
Uh, no, I kind of wish I had decoded this cipher of his. We can have more clues to find where he ended up, you know.
Yes, well, we can work on it together, of course.
I'd appreciate that. And do you ever plan on coming home?
You watch as she kind of hesitates before she talks. Like she opens her mouth and then hesitates for a second. When I bring Mince back, when I bring him back, yes.
Right. Well, I assure you, everyone would be elated to see you. They still speak highly of you to this day.
I'm glad to hear that. And glad to hear that it's relatively well, despite the trouble they've seemed to have been gotten into.
Huh. More on my end of things than anything. Orathia's kind of still on its own, as it always has been.
Right. Well, they are a rather wily bunch, and I'm sure that the Griffins are more than enough to keep them all safe.
Yes, they're quite a hassle.
Well, let's get back to it, shall we?
Yes, of course.
All right. So, you guys spend the majority of the day kind of just going over your notes, talking about the intricacies of Spectre Island, about the oh god, I don't remember the house's name. Wow. What the heck? talking about the intricacies of the Owlin House of Spectre Island and kind of just the history of it. Again, if you want to, leaving out a few key details about somebody in your party.
Yes, we're leaving out the information about Rue, Bo's surname, and Magnus's surname.
Okay, roll a deception check for me.
Okay. And
Oh, this is gonna
you've got
decide
my
if your mom likes us or not.
you've got my modifier, right?
Wait until she finds out
I
Lothbric's
do
possessed.
now.
Oh my god.
She's gonna have a cow.
A +0 to deception.
Well, that's a natural 20.
Okay. All right. And we will see. Very well. Okay. All right. So you can go back to your Xfinity bullshit. Lothric,
Yay.
you, if I remember correctly, you are currently standing in the main room of
Cool.
Kadash's goods.
Mm-hmm.
And the man behind the counter is acting a little bit finicky, and you asked what the issue was. You rolled an intimidation check, you got a 16. So the guy standing behind the counter, and let me just give me just a moment. Excuse me. You kind of lean in, your massive frame kind of backlit by the many windows. You watch as this guy, who's a lot shorter than you, his scruffy black hair and his darker skin, like, instinctively he steps back onto his back heel before he says, there's really nothing going on. I promise you that's the absolute truth.
I would like to roll an insight.
Roll an insight check for me.
Is Lothar gonna be the first to like pull the matron card and be like, "I'm the matron. You have to
so
listen to what I say."
fucking good. I got a 3.
He got a 3.
What the fuck?
Wow. We're at an impasse.
You can tell that he's lying, but you can't tell to what degree.
Can I cast Zone of Truth?
Oh, paladin shit.
Forgot that he had that. I
yes,
always
you
forget.
can.
Dude.
Let me check really quick, just the conditions for that. Give me just a moment. Okay, so you can tell that if he, like, just with both of your low insights, that if he catches you casting a spell, he might turn violent.
Okay.
So this is a verbal and somatic thing. So that means that you have to utter words and do some fucking hand signs, basically.
Some ninjutsu.
Some strategy
Alright. Well,
Oh,
so
no.
I'm gonna glare at him.
And
Oh,
Zone of Truth
go ahead.
also, for each creature that is affected by it, knows that they are being affected by a spell.
Oh.
Just a reminder.
Yep. Was already aware of that. So I'm gonna go ahead. And I'm gonna glare at him. The lightning blue eyes that I have.
Okay.
Tell me the truth. Right now.
Do
Or
you want to
else.
cast the spell?
I do.
Okay. So, are you trying to do it discreetly, or just, like, intimidate him into not attacking?
I'm gonna do it discreetly.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check.
14.
14. Okay. So he doesn't immediately react, and you do successfully cast the spell. What is the charisma save that he needs to do?
Let me look. Let's see. Charisma save. The save DC is 13.
Okay. You see that his eyes kind of like flicker from you to the room he came out of for just a brief moment before he sets his sights back on you and says, yes. I'm telling you, Shred. Nothing's wrong. You can go on your way with your books.
Then, if you're telling me the truth, you won't mind me doing a little bit of an investigation.
What's there to investigate?
Well, I noticed that you have been acting a little bit strange. I don't quite entirely trust you. You don't act like a normal shopkeep.
Well,
And I saw you glance at that room that you came from back there. Are you hiding something?
not hiding nothing. If you like to, lead the way.
How about you go first?
All right, good by me. He kind of like scoots out from around the. Okay, he goes from around the bar, and he kind of begins walking towards the room he came out of. Do you follow?
I do, but I'm gonna keep my distance.
Okay, sure. By the way, you know that he succeeded his saving throw for the Zone of Truth spell.
Okay. I gotta look at what that does.
So he walks into the far room that he came out of. You follow him through these kind of almost adobe-lined buildings that shoot off into multiple different rooms. It's almost like a maze with all the shelves and the stuff and the toys and the games and the tourist attraction bullshit. Before he turns a very sharp corner, and you could hear him continue walking down like an area, and he says, "See, nothing here."
Show me the other rooms.
All right. And he roll a perception check for him.
All right.
Or investigation if you want to investigate the room that he came out.
Okay, it's gonna be a perception. I got an 18.
18. You can generally tell that a lot of the stuff in this room, like the shelves, some stuff on the shelves seems to have been knocked over at some point in the early past. Like, and maybe he was straightening things out when you walked in. But other than that, you don't see anything else as he continues to walk through the room.
Okay. And I know he's been lying to me this whole entire time. In a way.
Sort of. I mean, your Zone of Truth spell failed on him, so you can't tell if he was lying or not.
Okay. Well, there's one thing. And I'm gonna put my money on it. And if I do, probably get in trouble. And you get to walk away free. If not, you're probably going to get arrested. And at that, I'm going to cast Hold Person on him.
Okay.
You're going to get us in so much trouble.
Saving throw for a minute. Paralyzed. Okay. So you hold up your hand and you watch as he freezes. And you kind of like, what? What the hell?
You're gonna stay right there.
So this is
Am
a
I, like-
concentration spell, and he will roll every 6 seconds to see if he breaks the spell.
Okay. Can I go over to him and kind of like basically pat him down, but at the same time discreetly check to see if I can like move his arms on my own without him moving?
He is he's like frozen. He's like his muscles are locked.
Okay. Is he frozen in a walking position? Like arms next to his sides or
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
He's gonna roll. Well, that fell off my table. Okay. He's still frozen.
All right. So since I still have my pack on me, just in case, as a backup, I'm gonna take the rope out of my bag
Oh my god.
Okay.
and I'm gonna tie his hands
Dude,
together.
you can't just
And
tie
if
up a
you-
They're not.
shopkeeper.
Are you tying his
Can I
hands
do
to his
that?
body?
Yeah, basically. So I'm like looping the rope. Like it's kind of like cuffs in a way.
His arms aren't that close together, and it's going to be difficult to force them together.
Okay.
He's gonna roll.
Can I keep concentration while I'm searching, or do I have to be in line of sight?
Lothric, what's your AC?
16.
As you're taking the rope and kind of trying to figure it out, you feel a dagger plunge into the underside of your breastplate as the concentration of the spell fails and he succeeds on a wisdom save. You take... let's do this. You take 4 points of piercing damage as he jams a dagger into your ribs. And he says, I'm not going nowhere, fuck it! And he lets go of the dagger and he backpedals a second. And that is where we end tonight's episode. So, thank you all so much for watching this
Oh,
episode of
man.
Dungeons and Destinies.
Why are you guys?
Oh,
I hope you
man.
liked it. If you did, leave a like on both platforms and give us a follow. Give us a follow on TikTok because that's pretty great. And we will see you all next time. Bye, stream.
Bye,
stream.
stream.
Bye.
Voice stream.